Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome here to Memphis, Tennessee, a city known for its rhythm, its rich history, and its unmistakable Southern spirit. The stage is set for an incredible display of focus, precision, and world class archery. From the echoes of blues and rock and roll on Beale Street to the banks of the mighty Mississippi River, Memphis has long been a place where legends are made. It's the hometown of icons like baseball star Penny Hardaway and proud home of Memphis Grizzlies, a city that knows competition and knows how to cheer. And today, that competition spirit turns to the shooting line. Archers from across the country have gathered here to test their skill, their nerve, and their precision in one of the sport's most demanding arenas. Whether you're here for the incredible talent, the incredible atmosphere, or just an excuse to experience all of what America's soulful cities has to offer, Memphis is the perfect backdrop for a weekend of championship archery. So settle in because the arrows are about to fly here in Memphis, and the road to victory starts right now.
Okay, everybody, I've known Jim a long time.
We're here at the Renaissance Convention Center. My name is Chuck Cooley. I'm here with the infamous Jimmy Lutz. Thanks for joining me today.
Thank you.
Man, I wish you were out there on the floor like usual. We're calling your name out here for the shoot-off, but cards didn't land that way this weekend. So thanks for stepping in and joining me. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. I'm excited.
Really looking forward to it. We've got some amazing sponsors that we need to thank. They make this entire broadcast possible. They brought this live feed to us. We want to thank Excel, B3 Archery, Easton, Matthews, Hamski, Elite, and True Ball. They are bringing this live feed to all of you and making this possible. So we really want to make sure that you guys go out and support these sponsors that make these broadcasts possible. And obviously, you know, they're putting a badge on his chest, so support those guys. Big fan of these guys, too. We're getting ready to introduce our first shoot-off. We have actually several shoot-offs to get through the set this afternoon. And it's an interesting way that we're going to have in the senior division because we're only shooting off for second and third, right?
Yeah.
And in the women's division, we're actually going to be shooting off for third place right here. So that's why you're seeing a mix of seniors and ladies on the screen at the same time. We had an outright winner. Oh no, I'm sorry. We didn't have an outright winner for the women's division. We'll be seeing that shoot off next. That's going to be pretty hot. That's 120 X's for the women. That's really
smoking.
good. Yeah. And in the senior division, want to really congratulate Lynn Hoke. Lynn Hoke shot a perfect 120 X's this weekend in the senior division. It's only the second time that's been done. The first one was Randy Morocco, and that was 3 years ago. Last year, Lynn was right there in the hunt and just lost grip of it right at the tail end of the shoot. And it was good to see him get a reprieve or kind of make up for that this year and bring home the big silver bowl.
Absolutely.
So congratulations to Lynn on tying the national record with 120 perfect X's. So how this works is Bruce is going to announce how the shoot-off works. But basically we're still shooting the 5-shot target. And we'll shoot it as standard scoring, and then at some point we'll move to inside-out scoring. And there's going to be some interesting play here to see whether or not the guys go to the fatter arrows or the skinny arrows. Now, what have you done in the past here for this?
I've always switched to skinny arrows.
Have you?
Inside out's a different game, so it's an advantage in a way. I feel like you almost need a switch if you want to compete for the win.
Right. So do you find yourself, did you switch right from the start, or did you switch halfway when they went to inside outs?
I think I shot the first end with my big arrows,
Right.
and then I had a sight mark, so I just moved my sight and shot off the same rest. Didn't change
Right.
anything really.
Right.
Congratulations to all of you. I just want to read the rules quickly.
So Bruce is going to go over the rules real quick on how the shoot-off works. So we'll listen in here and see how that goes.
Shoot one practice end, followed by one end where only the X ring scores 5, Then additional ends where only the X ring scores 5, scored inside out. Until ties are broken, which basically means it's sudden death from the first scoring end. Everybody understand the rules? Pretty simple. So one clarification on that target, once we start scoring, there's only a 5 and a 4 when we go inside out. There is anyhow, but there's no 3s, there's no split rings, it's 5s and 4s, okay? All right, this will be your first and only official practice end. Good luck.
And we're getting ready to start here for this first end of scoring.
This should be practice here.
So let's go through and talk about who we've got in the shoot-off here. In the women's professional division, you've got Rendon Brooks, Olivia Dean, Leanne Drake, Jamie Lee Moore, Paige Pierce, who's always in the top.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a surprise to see her shooting off her second and third, and Morgan Reeves. Now, on the far end, what you're looking at right now, that's Grant Schlusner. He won last year. Next to him, Randy Morocco also has the record for 120 X's. And Michael Hurlbut Sr. Just on the far side. And Mike's been in this shoot-off several times as well.
A lot of familiar faces.
Yeah, for sure. Trying to kind of take a look at the arrows there. I see Grant shooting a big one still. Looked like Randy dropped down to a little bit smaller.
Michael's shooting skinnies.
Paige is shooting skinnies. I love the color that she's got on that bow this year.
It's eye-catching.
It's that Ted Nugent feel to it.
Looks like Jamie Lee's sticking with her fatter arrows.
Yeah, see Randy there, that doesn't look like a full 27.
Looks like a 22 maybe.
Yeah. Morgan there in the end. Good looking shot from her.
Yeah, very strong.
Still holding the fatter arrows there.
Be interested to see if they switch after the first scoring end.
Now, I tried to talk to a few of them and see some of the guys and see what the plan was. And it was, I'm going to say it was an equal 50 to starting with fats and going to skinnies, and then starting with skinnies right out of the gate.
Yeah, a lot of them will have different rests or different sites completely, and they'll switch over. Or else you'll just start with skinnies or start with the fat ones and try to finish out with them.
So this is the first end of practice. So really just everybody getting comfortable with the room, making sure there's sights, because there's a practice area behind the booth where we're sitting in right now. There's a practice area sitting just behind us so that the guys are warming up, getting ready for their shoot-off event. But the lighting might be slightly different. How did you find it this weekend when you went room to room or area to area? Did you find it to be pretty even?
Very even. The facility here is awesome. I think we've moved around the past couple years, and I really like it here. The venue was great. The practice range to the competition range seemed to be pretty much identical.
Yeah.
Which that's what, as the archer, that's what we're looking for.
Yeah, I was actually, and it seems funny to talk about lighting, right, when you're in a big arena. But I'm looking at these light bars that they have above us, and I thought to myself, this is probably the most even lighting that we've shot in a long time.
Absolutely.
Nice and smooth and flat. You don't feel like there's a bright spot and a dark spot like we've had in Louisville and things like that.
Yeah, this is real conventional lighting.
Yeah, it's actually a lot more comfortable. Lot more comfortable.
All right, this should be for score here. normal scoring.
First
so you
and
can touch the line.
normal scoring, yeah. So it's the same kind of scoring you would normally see at any 5-spot tournament.
All good so far.
Paige has got one a little bit close to the line. She'll settle in here.
Yep.
Look at that. We've got scores popped up on the screen if you're paying attention there. Do you think it's an advantage? You know, you notice how Grant's on his own bail. What are your thoughts there?
Yes and no. I feel like that's a very personal thing. I like to have people right next to me. It just makes me feel more at ease because during the qualifying round, that's how it is.
Yeah, you're shoulder to shoulder the whole weekend.
Right. I feel like if I'm on my own bail, then it feels like all the spotlight's on me, and that can bring in more nerves or whatnot. But Grant's very experienced, so I don't think anything like that's going to bother him. Morgan Reeves does have one out.
Oh, dang, that's a drag. Morgan's still looking good there. Good shot of Grant Schlusner there.
Looks like Renan Brooks has one out. And this is out of the big X. This is normal scoring. Strong shot from Paige.
You know, she's been in this so many times and been in so many shoot-offs so many times that this you never want to say it's comfortable. Did she miss one in her practice then? Is that a hole?
She
really?
may have.
Yeah. Get that out
Probably
of the way
getting
here.
the small arrows dialed.
Oh, she's got the weight on her wrist that Jack Wallace makes.
Yeah. It's a good looking shot there from Grant.
This is the first indoor tournament that Grant hasn't won in a year and a half. He's been pretty dominant on the senior indoor tour.
He's been on a tear.
So I think it looks like, I caught a quick glimpse there, it looks like Morgan's going to be the only one out.
I think Rendon has one out.
Oh, really?
And on the
And Olivia's still shooting her last one here.
Yep. On the senior men's side, Michael Holdert Sr. has one out.
So they're going to go up, take a look at those scores there.
That's the risk of the skinny arrow right now.
Right. See, that's the trade-off. That's what you always wonder how that works.
Yeah. Your 27 diameter bow isn't going to shoot the skinny arrows the same. And typically, you don't see people bringing two bows up there.
25.
Do you think that would be a better plan, actually?
And Schlusner,
Yeah,
25.
absolutely.
Give a big round of applause to
It's kind of a
Michael
pain
Holdert
if you're
for
flying,
eliminating
having to
the
lug two
second
full setups
third.
around. And honestly, I mean, shooting the skinny arrows, it's not that bad. I mean, I think the last however many people that won it with skinny arrows just shot the same bow they did, just switched arrows or switched
Dean,
rests.
25.
I do think it would be an advantage to bring an extra bow. Why not?
And just set it up there behind you, and when you decide to switch, you switch.
Yeah.
Yep.
Moore, 25.
All six of these women have been
25.
shooting amazing lately. You've been seeing them in ASA shoot downs, Rushmore Rumble shoot downs.
Yeah, the scores
And
really,
Reeves,
you know,
25.
there used to be a huge difference, right?
Yeah.
Even just a few short years ago.
Sorry, Reeves,
There was a huge
24.
difference.
And give
You know,
those two that were eliminated a big round
3,
of
4
applause
X's,
and
which
give
doesn't
the
sound like a lot,
round
but 3 or 4 X's is a lot.
Right.
Feel bad for Morgan. I like her a lot. She's been a really killer shooter for a long time.
Yeah.
Glad to see her make it. Sorry to see her go so early.
Yep.
But now it seems like the ladies' scores
All right,
are
we want you all to
right
replace your
there
titles, because
with
now we
Max.
go into
In
scoring
every type of
inside
archery.
out.
All the disciplines.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there's not a lot of these women I'd want to shoot against on an everyday basis.
Right.
So now these guys are going to shift around. So Randy is still in it. Michael Hurlbut got eliminated. So Randy and Grant still in there fighting for second and third. Paige will be on her own bail now.
I don't think that will bother her either.
No.
She's done this enough.
Yeah.
Now it gets fun. Inside outs.
Yeah. So what do your nerves do to you? I mean, you've literally been on this line shooting for this very thing. What happens to your nerves when you
All right, at this time,
switch? Do you tighten up a little
second
bit?
round of
Do you-
official scoring,
It
we
really,
go to
I mean,
the
you always hear
5,
aim small, miss small, and when you're
and the 5 is now
focusing on
scored
inside outs,
inside out.
that's a real thing.
Everything
You
else
just
is
kind
the
of
same.
tighten
Sudden
everything
death.
up a little bit.
Archers in the
That big
line.
X feels really
Good luck.
big sometimes, and inside outs, I mean, they can be tricky. And here they got to bring in every bit of focus that they can get. I don't think I saw any arrow changes.
I did not notice.
Not since the
I
first
was
day.
trying to pay attention there, and I didn't see anybody switching. Yeah, Grant and Randy are both still shooting their same arrows. Yeah, see a little longer hold there.
Looks like a normal Grant finish.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell a lot by watching just their reaction.
It's funny, you can. You can actually see it either in their face, or you watch the hand come off the face or
Yep.
off the shoulder.
And we've been watching both of these guys for years.
Trying to see Randy's there. It looks pretty edgy.
That one's definitely.
That's definitely in, yeah. By that look right there for sure. His top one, though, he just shot, is definitely not.
Yep.
So right now, Grant's got a 1 arrow advantage.
He's taking his time up there.
Yeah, there's a long way to go. You only got 2 down range.
Right. Paige has 2 really good ones right now. Jamie Lee Moore has 1 on the line.
Paige has got 3 good ones right on the spider there.
That arrow looks so small on that target, but it's not that easy. Grant for sure has 1 on the line. Olivia Dean's got some close ones up there that'll be interesting to get a good look at.
I don't think she gets as much credit as she should. Olivia's been a really hot shooter for a long time.
Yeah.
Top of the world stage, and obviously a really powerful shooter in the indoor circuit.
I've had the pleasure of shooting a lot of FIDA with her.
Yeah?
Mixed team stuff, World Cup stuff.
Paige taking another deep breath there, checking on Olivia.
Paige does have 1 on the line.
Does she?
Yep, so this is a important arrow here.
Can see Olivia taking her time as well.
Olivia smoked it.
Yeah, I was watching her follow through, and she looked really comfortable. And now Paige is talking to herself.
They've all shot together for so long.
They
This
have,
is-
yeah.
I'm sure
It's
that
like a
probably
s-
helps with the nerves as well.
It's like a little sisterhood.
Right.
I've actually noticed that amongst all the professional divisions. So, you guys obviously are competing for big dollars. But at the end of the day, oh, she's got 1, 2 touching.
Yep.
So Paige will be out here. You guys all the way across the line, even from the world's best shooters down to the lowliest, you know, the jovial conversation and the happiness and things like that. It's actually a really exciting part of archery. Look at these guys; they're standing at 5 yards, trying to see if they got it in.
Is that the old eyes or?
Yeah, could be the old eyes thing. Yeah. I like how Grant's showing off his 900 buckle there from Vegas last year.
Morocco, 23.
Randy missed 2 there.
So that'll put Grant in second, and that'll put Randy in third.
And Slushner, 23.
Oh.
Again.
I thought
we're going another end.
Yeah, I thought they both had. Oh, I thought Grant only had 1 out.
Yeah.
Now see how Olivia looks.
Dean, 24.
Oh, she had a couple close ones, so 1 out for Olivia.
She'll be done unless the other ladies all have 24.
Yep.
Drake, 23.
23. Dang.
I think we might have Olivia and Jamie Lee still in.
Moore, 24.
Yep, there's Jamie Lee.
Mm-hmm.
Leanne's been shooting great too. She won Rushmore, shot her first 900, won
And
it outright,
Pierce,
which
23.
gotta feel nice.
Yeah, whenever you don't have to go to a shoot-off, that's the best, right?
Right.
And when you knock
We
down
have 2 remaining.
one of the best in the world like Paige, that's
Dean and Moore, you are continuing on. The rest of you, thanks for coming.
wow, that was brutal. Thanks
Yeah.
for coming.
And also, I
But
might
it is
mention
that's what it is.
the
Yeah.
seniors here,
Yeah.
as they're shooting off for
Bruce
second
doesn't
and
sugarcoat
third,
anything either.
He does
so.
not.
they
No.
got beat solely by a guy here. Lynn, are you in here? Where's Lynn? Lynn Huck, stand up. Give him a round of applause.
They're giving a round of applause to Lynn Hope there for winning his
He didn't want to be out
national
here with him,
bowl.
so he just beat him.
I think they should make him stand up on the line while they're shooting.
Just stand behind him.
Yep.
Just kind of glare over their shoulder a little bit.
So the senior division podium is locked up. We know who the 3 are. We just need to decide second and third.
Yeah, still working on that.
So that's some extra pressure on the females here.
And we're down to the podium right here. Almost.
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 It's gonna be a shootout here for the women.
Yep. Fighting for third. These 2 women are fighting for third, and after this shoot-off is completed, then we have a shoot-off
And we will continue
for first
once
place.
again.
And that's going to be through Isabel Geisbuehler and Tanya Galantine, who both shot 120 X's. They both shot perfect scores, and I watched the last couple ends of that. That was tight.
Yeah. Isabel shot behind me day 1, and I've never shot next to her, and she was just pounding the middle.
She was hammering it.
Over and over again.
Yeah. She's an incredible shooter, especially when you get her outdoors.
Right.
Randy and Grant both have their first one off. Grant just gave that a head nod like he missed it. Did he?
It's gonna be close. They're calling it in from the booth, so.
He didn't like it when it broke. Of course, Randy's been around for a long time, too. He's won some ASA events. He's a solid competitor everywhere you go.
One of the nicest guys you'll ever meet, too.
Call him the preacher. You saw him dialing his binoculars there after he took that look at his shot from earlier on when he was up close. You
Right.
know, it's
All the way back the other
yeah,
way.
he forgot to turn the dial back, but you know, watching these guys shoot this off, it seems so quiet and everything in here and so intense, and it is.
Right.
It is. There's a lot of money and a lot of pride.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
when you win this tournament.
And
You
they're
know,
shooting against each other every event, so
Yeah.
they always want to be the one on top.
In this tournament, you get a big silver bowl, and those are really hard to come by, really cherished. So looks like everybody's still clean according to the scoreboard.
This could go a while.
Ooh. And of course, that was your curse.
Yeah, right. Definitely on the line for Grant. Randy's got.
Randy
Should be okay.
That looks in. Grant's last one looks iffy. I don't.
That one's a half shaft for sure.
Good shot
Women
of Olivia there.
both have that last arrow for the women. Were both pretty close, but it's hard to tell. They're calling them in from the booth, so.
They're definitely calling one of Grant's out.
Yep.
Now, Randy just shot his final arrow. So we'll peek around the TV here and see if we can get a look at that.
Looks like Randy will be second place. Yeah, Randy's got 5 good ones in there.
Olivia Dean there at full draw. See how comfortable her shot looks.
It's a close one also. Might have to go to a judge call on that one.
Yeah. That bow had a little jump to it when it broke.
Right. She's used to shooting in wind, and there ain't that much in here.
Morocco, 25. And third place, Grant Schlichter with 23, and second place
man.
is Randy Morocco. Give him a big round of applause.
2 good guys right there.
Yeah, two
Congrats
two
to
guys
Randy
that-
in second.
I remember, Grant took quite a while off, a few years ago. But I the first time I met him, geez, it was way back when the Lancaster Classic had just started, and he was right up there knocking them down with the best. And it's good to see him come back
And
and
Olivia
still being
Dean,
strong.
25.
I bought my first ever hinge release from Grant
Did you?
when I was a child.
Yeah, he's been around for a minute. I think he runs an archery shop still, doesn't he?
Yep, up in Wisconsin.
Yep.
So Olivia got both of those close ones in.
And another tie, 25 for more.
Going
Nice.
Again.
I would like to point out both of the women with the big arrows are the ones that are still going.
Yeah, so it makes you wonder about that strategy, right?
Yeah.
Skinny arrows, thick arrows.
A perfect inside-out middle shot with either is good. So,
Middle's middle.
right.
I do remember, oh gosh, who was it that went and pulled his hunting arrows out of the truck one year?
So Jacob Marlowe.
It was, that's right, it was. I think I think he had to clean them before he brought them in. They still had broadheads on them.
You're right.
There's a lot to be said for going with a little bit smaller, but definitely forgiving arrow. So Jamie Lee is, she's pretty tight with Keith Ahlstrom.
Okay.
You know Keith, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. She shot the highest
And
qualification
we will
score
continue once
ever
again.
by
The
a
X
woman.
counts 5, scored inside
Lancaster.
out, sudden
Really?
death,
The highest
archers to the
qualification
line,
score
good
ever.
luck.
She only shot 4 down.
Wow.
Right. She would have been right there with the men. So that's it. We've got the seniors sorted out for third place, and now we're down to the women here. Olivia gets her first arrow off. Both of those in there solid.
We might be here a while. They both shoot such smooth shots. Make it look easy.
Mm-hmm. I don't know who Olivia is coached by, but I know she's been around for a while.
I think she shoots out of Lancaster.
Does she not? I knew
I
she
believe
moved
so.
back to Pennsylvania, and I knew she was pretty close. So I know she's down there quite a bit. But her game's come a long way in the last few years. She's
Oh, yeah.
really, really solid. Jamie Lee looking really comfortable as well. Dang. How do you
don't need skinny arrows if you're doing that.
Yeah, I was going to say, how do you get better than inside outs all the way through?
Right.
Man, and you could hear a pin drop in here. Good look at that super drive. Man. Center, center. You know what I noticed about Olivia's shot there, which is one of the things I pay attention to when I'm looking at bow builds, right? I get the advantage of sitting here and kind of hyper-analyzing everybody's gear. Her peep was insanely straight, dead even, which I think people don't take into consideration how important it is to have that peep lined up perfectly.
Especially if you have a clarifier.
A clarifier in there.
Yeah.
It was dead level. And when you have that, look how straight that thing is. There's no angle to it at all.
Right.
And it means her sight picture looks really, really clean. So if you're building your bow at home, take a look at that. Make sure you got your peep put up right. Pulls that back nice and smooth. Keith's doing a good job with coaching her.
It's 5.
Jeez. It won't be long. We'll be going arrow for arrow here.
Right.
Oop.
Ooh.
Did you see that little jiggle?
Yep.
Just a little tiny bit. I don't know. She might have caught that.
It's close. She tried to save it. It's that split second that there's no going back.
That half second when you know it's about to fire and you can't hit the stop, can't hit the brakes fast enough. And there's plenty of time on the clock.
Right.
You know, they get 240 seconds to shoot 5 arrows.
And she's used to World Archery timing, so.
Dean, 25.
She got it.
Ooh. Look at that face, boy. She's serious.
And more, 25.
I know some archers out here might go in like a kind of a zone. You know,
right.
Just black out almost. It'd be interesting to see, just because she's just so locked in right now, what she's thinking, what she's feeling right now.
You know, I talked to Isabel yesterday in her interview. She sings songs to herself.
She sings them out loud.
Oh, out loud?
Oh, yeah. She's got a good voice. Yeah.
She was singing Green Day, she said.
Yeah.
Same song all the time.
Yeah, it was relaxing for me shooting in front of her. 'Cause I'm like, I get a concert.
All right, we'll continue
Whatever it
once
takes to
again.
distract your mind, I think.
X counts as 5.
Would
Score
you agree
inside
that
out, Archie
sometimes you
line,
wind up
good.
talking yourself through a shot a little bit? It's not always a silent mind.
Definitely, especially when you're in a more pressure situation.
Right. A little bit of a squirrel cage going on up there.
Yeah. The last thing you want to do is think negative thoughts.
Oh yeah, obviously,
And
yeah.
if you got a good song, I mean, that can keep your mind away from those negative thoughts.
Just on repeat.
So steady.
Same hole.
I hope the guys are watching this. They could learn a thing or two.
Yeah, you know, it's always interesting to watch the men's shoot-off. I've been in shoot-offs, watched shoot-offs, you know, that have gone 10, 12 ends. And then I've watched them that it's over in 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And it's so hard to forecast it. And I have always wondered why the big shift back and forth. 2 great arrows there. Jamie Lee really setting them down. 10-10. I would imagine here soon Bruce will go arrow by arrow. Now when he does that, it'll still be that inside-out scoring, but it'll just be 1 arrow. Ooh, Olivia's got another one tall, but I think that's probably going to be it.
Yeah, it looks okay.
Boy, that elbow came nice straight back. Oh,
That one's definitely on the line.
that's a half shaft. She's not happy about that. Now, if you're in this situation, you're side by side. Are you glancing over to see what just happened?
It's hard not to.
Right?
Yeah, and you'll hear it in the crowd. And I think she might have gave
She
that point
might.
back.
Yep.
She's looking in her binos now, so.
So you hear it, right? As
Yeah.
much as you try to tune the people out behind you, you still hear it. That little gasp, right?
I like to think to myself, oh, they just put one really in the middle, just so I don't get nervous.
But you still look, right?
Yeah, I don't shoot with binoculars indoors because I have the habit of looking at other people's arrows, and whether they miss or don't miss it, I don't think it can positively affect your mind.
Once it's down there, it's down there.
Exactly. You can't take it back.
Right. That's a good one.
That's a good one, yeah.
See what Jamie Lee looks like. Yeah, she centered that last one. So her third arrow got a little squirrely on her. I should have been keeping track, see how many ends we went.
I believe this was
This would be 5.
5, yes. I don't know what the longest shoot-off is for women, but I think they're getting pretty close.
I'm gonna say we're there, if not already past
Dean,
it.
24.
So that close one of Olivia's was for sure in.
And more 24. We will do it again.
Wow, unbelievable.
You can see Bruce is even like, man, this is cool. It's good to see good archery.
Especially, and you know, it's not to be a slam on the women, but when you have 2 women that are actually like really shooting well, it's not like we're shooting 23s and moving on.
Right.
We're shooting 25s and moving on.
Yeah, the game has went up a level in the past 5 years.
What do you attribute that to? Do you think it's coaching? Do you think it's equipment? Do you think it's availability of information on YouTube? Oh, Olivia's binoculars just broke.
Yeah, she's strong. She'll be okay.
Yeah, she'll just tie that in a knot and fix that real quick.
I think it's a mix of everything, but I think it's like a lot of other things where one person does it, then it's possible. So then other people will do it eventually.
All right, we'll continue
We see it in
on.
other
Once
sports as
again,
well.
Right.
X counts as 5.
So,
scored inside out.
You know,
Archers to the line,
these
good luck.
younger archers like this, you know, when I was coming up through the archery game, you know, the whole thing was you either had to find a coach, if you could even find a coach, or you had to just figure it out by yourself, right? You just
Right.
spent hours and hours and hours on the range just trying to sort that out. But with the younger archers, with the, you know, everything that we're seeing online, you know, broadcasts like this, I think there's more and more tournaments that there's ever been before. And you have other kids that are traveling to other areas and then bringing back information and then sharing it. Where do you see that going? What do you think that progression is going to be? Do you think we're going to have to do target changes, distance changes? How do you perceive that, or do you like to see? I mean, I love to see a great shoot off. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's super exciting. Where do you think it takes us? You know, eventually we're just going to be shooting perfect scores. There's a guy that shot a 719 the other day.
Right.
Wasn't a world record, but he still shot a 719.
Right. I think ultimately a target change is the easiest to do. Not every range is built for 25 yards or whatever people would want to move back to. But we're a sport where you can literally come to an event and walk up to the best shooter in the world and ask them questions. I think that's a big thing.
We do have an incredible advantage
Yeah.
in that regard. I mean, you, world champion archer, traveled all over, done it all, won countless gold medals, tournaments, silver bowls, whatever. And kids will walk up to you and ask you questions, and that doesn't happen in any other sport.
Right.
I don't think.
Typically not, but that's the beauty of archery. And that's what like the pro-am stuff that we do here, the meet the pros at all the events. I think that's.
I really
just
enjoy those. Those are
Oh, yeah.
some of the most fun things ever.
I feel like that's a larger part of archery than the actual competition, because we're increasing the interest in the kids, and that's what matters the most.
So are you doing coaching and things like that at home, or is your schedule too busy with the tournament schedule?
It's pretty busy. I've done a little bit of coaching, just local stuff. But I'm always willing to help if anybody has questions.
Right.
That's why this sport is so great.
Down to one last arrow here. Olivia does have one out. This could seal it for Jamie Lee. They're both at full draw. Let's see. Olivia shoots first. Jamie Lee gets hers off. Jamie Lee smoked it.
That's
Wow.
third place for Jamie Lee Moore.
Olivia missed 2, 23. Oh,
Amazing shooting by both of them.
wow. That was an incredible shoot off. And
we
I
still
hate to
gotta
see a
figure out-
loser come out of that.
Oh, I know.
Right? After all of that.
And we still got to shoot for first.
Yeah, we haven't even
that
done that yet.
23.
So Olivia officially a 23.
And third place with a 25, Jamie Lee Moore.
Congratulations to Jamie Lee. We'll give a shout out to her coach. Way to go, Keith. I don't know what you're feeding her down there, but keep feeding her. Congratulations to Jamie Lee Moore. What a heck of a shoot off. What was that, 6 ends? 7 ends?
At least 6. I'm going to start keeping
Yeah,
tallies if we're
we should
going that
keep.
deep.
Yeah, if we're going to keep going that deep, because I know the next one's going to be, that one's going to be pretty brutal as well.
Up next for
So
the
congratulations
professional
to
female
Jamie Lee
freestyle
and
first
to
place shoot-off.
Olivia Dean.
Target 4.
Olivia just switched
Isabel
boat companies this
Geisbuehler.
year.
She did. Matthews'
Target
new brand
5
for her.
is
Yeah.
Tanya
Yep.
Galantine.
It's really cool to see success right out of the gate with the new company.
Yeah, I mean, she did well with Hoyt for a
Both these
number of
ladies are
years. I
120
mean,
X.
that's, her world team and U.S. team and things like that kind of stuff. I mean, she was absolutely hammering with that Hoyt. But to your point, when you switch brands, especially right away, here we're just into March, and she's already pulling down, shoot-offs. That's
Right.
That's a really great thing. So now we're getting ready for the first place shoot off here. Tanya Galantine and Isabel Geisbuehler with 120 X's. They both shot perfect scores.
It's amazing. I don't know how many times there's actually been a shoot off at 120 X's for the women.
I actually
Maybe
don't.
once or twice. But
Maybe Jamie years ago might have shot a 120, but I think she would have won it outright at that.
I know Paige has won it outright with a 120.
Yeah, but I don't remember a shoot off at 120.
Yeah.
Now, I think Isabel, I talked to her yesterday, or earlier today. I think she's going to switch. Yeah, she's got them both in her quiver.
Okay.
She's got big and small in her
looks
quiver.
like Tanya's only got small.
This will
Yeah.
be your first and only practice end.
So
Archers to the line.
I think she said she was going to start. Oh, no, she
Oh.
reached for the skinny. Initially, she had told me she was going to start with the fat arrows and switch when she needed to.
And this is just practice, so we're going to get everything dialed in.
Yep, make sure their marks are good. Make sure they feel comfortable. Shooting quick, too.
Yeah. I don't know Isabel too much, but Tanya has always been a very quick shooter.
I know of Isabel's accolades. In
Right.
other words, like, I know she's, especially on the West Coast, she just hammers. She's done extremely well in Reading, and things like this. I know she's an extremely talented shooter, but I've never really watched her. She does have that one edgy, so it's practice, so it doesn't matter.
Yep. I like the practice end for getting the nerves out a little bit. You're walking out in front of the crowd. You get all warm and fuzzy because you're
Mhm.
up there,
Get that heart rate settled down a little bit.
Right. But they live shooting their bow. So
Both of
this
these.
is their comfort zone, even though it's uncomfortable up there.
I would say in the experience level, Tanya probably has her beat in terms of shooting in front of a crowd. But skill level, obviously, they're on par. Those two are.
Right.
Oop, Tanya got a tall one there.
Tanya, take a big breath there.
I always like to look at their hands, see if there's a little tremble there, and not much, man. She looks.
She got that sight dialed.
Yeah, she looks pretty calm. Me, I'd be shaking like a leaf in a thunderstorm up there. It's been a long time since I've been in a shoot-off. Yep, smoked it. I was looking to see, I thought Braden might be sitting over there behind her, but
He's warming up.
he's over here
Yeah.
behind us getting ready. Those guys are going to get cold sitting over there. They've been waiting
Right.
so long. Well, now the excitement builds. Here we go.
Now is she gonna shoot the big arrows for this first end? Do you think?
If you just warmed up with skinnies,
I wouldn't expect her to, but maybe she was just getting her sight
making
mark in,
sure that skinny mark was where she
All right,
was.
ladies,
Yeah.
this will be your first
Yeah,
round of
it'll
official
be-
scoring.
I would
This
assume
one
she
in which
sticks with the
the
skinnies.
X
Obviously,
counts as
it worked out
5,
well there,
Regular
so.
scoring. Archers to the line.
That would be neat though
good
to
luck.
see if she did switch. Nope, she stayed with skinnies.
Okay.
Yep. So this will be regular scoring, just like you normally score a 5-spot target. So the big white spot in the middle is 5 points. That X just counts as an X.
The line is your friend on this end.
Yes, you can hit the line here. Now when we go to inside out scoring, you cannot touch the line. Because actually only the X counts as 5 if
Right.
it's inside out. Yep, good, good.
I think this might be another long shoot off.
I don't think it's going to be quick. You're keeping track, right?
Yep.
Really great shot. If you pay attention to her form, and that's, I try to get young. Oh, Izzy's got one at the cut the line in half.
Hey, that's all right this end.
Still counts. I like to encourage people to watch form through these things, right?
You can learn a lot.
Pay attention to what. Ooh. Is that in the blue?
I can't tell. I can't get a good look at it, but
Yeah, I can't see. There's bodies in my way from where I'm sitting as well.
if Tanya hits this one, it won't matter. And she did.
And she did. That's 5 X's. Yep, that'll be it right there. Wow. Well, so much for a fast shoot-off.
Right.
I know she's super disappointed, but this is her very first indoor national. She's never been here before.
Second place isn't bad. I would take
120 X's and you finish in second. There's a lot of really positive takeaways
that.
from there.
Absolutely.
Like I say, I know she's going to be
Nice
super
build,
disappointed,
24.
but ultimately, congratulations. So congratulations to Tanya Galantine. I'm going to go get a
And
quick
a big
word
round
with her
of applause
here
for
as soon as
national
she comes off the
champion,
floor.
Tanya Galantine.
And your
In
second place finisher, Isabel Geisbuehler, out of Washington, for her first trip here to the Indoor Nationals. What a tremendous win for her.
And we are ready for the main event. Let's take it away, Erica.
That's awesome. Wow, what a win, huh?
Yeah.
Professional male
So this is, how many times have you been to the Indoor Nationals?
Indoor National 9 years
Gaius
now.
Carter.
Yeah.
I know I've seen you up here in the shoot-off quite a few times, but I was talking in the booth and I couldn't remember, is this your first win or no?
Second win.
Second win,
Yes, second win. But I've been in a lot of second and third shoot-offs over the years.
right?
Yes.
And that went extremely fast compared to the last shoot-off. We were very surprised that it went. I was like, no, we're going to be here for a while.
I was expecting it to go, more rounds. I don't necessarily hate that it was quick, but she's an awesome shooter. She shot great all weekend, and it's always a challenge when you switch from the fat hours that you've shot all weekend to skinnies, and you never really, know what's going to happen.
Right, but you took the time to get those ready.
Yes, we brought everything here. I had my, quick disconnect rest that I just quickly put on and off, and it was just easy. And I shot him on the range over there, and I'm like, okay, this is going to be good.
Now, the other thing that you guys did, this is the first time, now there's been other 120Xs shot, but this is the first time we've ever had two women shoot off with 120Xs. That was the first time that's ever happened.
That's amazing. I couldn't remember if there had been other times or not, but
There's been other 120 winners,
but not same year.
not the same year.
That's amazing.
So congratulations for setting that record.
Thank you.
What a great win. That was awesome to watch.
Thank you.
Really, really glad to see you pull that off.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And happy birthday to Dewey Hathaway, who's 19 today.
And so we're back. We're getting ready for the men's professional shoot-off. And, man, we just watched two incredible shoot-offs that I thought the women's, I thought Tanya and Isabel would go a lot longer. That was a surprise to me to see it go so quickly. But they both shot 120Xs. Now, all of these men have shot 120Xs. You've done that. You've been out there on that line. And I'm sorry you're not.
It's
This
all right.
weekend.
It happens. That's archery.
But we have 13 out there this week.
Yep.
Or this year. You've got Lawson Veet, Bodie Turner, Isaac Sullivan, Mike Slosher, who I think has won this before.
Yep.
Levi Rietzma, Louis Price, Christopher Perkins, who I think also has won this. Did Louis win this?
Louis is not.
Louis is not. I think Chris did win it, though, once.
That sounds right.
Robert Householder, Dewey Hathaway, happy birthday. Braden Gellantine, you just saw his wife Tanya.
He's won this.
He's won this. Matthias Fullerton, Kyle Douglas, and Gaius Carter. And Gaius, I think, has won this before as well, hasn't he?
I don't think Gaius, but I know Kyle and Matthias both have.
Gotcha. I know Gaius was in the shoot-off a couple of years ago. There he is on screen right there. Got that big hat turned backwards. I like the new mustache that he's rocking.
Right.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I'm a fan.
And this is going to be a tough group. These guys definitely have it going on.
A lot smaller of a shoot-off than you'd expect, than it's been in the past.
Yeah, I've been out here with 24, 25.
I think last year was 28, maybe.
28,
Yeah.
yeah. And those shoot-offs, I've not been in them. I've called them. I've done the broadcast for them. And they're just huge. And it was surprising to see that it was this small this year.
I don't know if it was the change in venues, what really it was, but yeah, I don't know. The lighting was great, so can't use that as an excuse.
You definitely can't use that as an excuse. Oh, look at the glow of that bow. What color is that bow? That bright green one that he's got
I
there?
believe it's called chartreuse. It is too bright for me.
It does look like a fishing lure, chartreuse fishing
Right.
lure. Yeah, it definitely does.
Out in the sun, it's even worse.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's Isaac Sullivan there, and then you can see Mr. Perfect through the strings there. Louis Price, Robert Householder. Here's a question. You mentioned you don't use binoculars when you're shooting indoor. Then I see some of these guys using chest rigs and some using shoulder slings. What's your preference?
I like a chest rig. For indoors, I don't use binoculars, so I usually will stuff candy, some Skittles in there or something. But no, I like a chest rig, especially if you do a lot of hunting and wear that, then you're just kind of comfortable wearing it for a long period of time. But I feel like the normal just bino sling is most popular.
So one end of practice here, and then we go to regular 5-spot scoring.
All right, this is your
Or
first official scoring.
anything in the white
This one
is a
your
5,
counts as 5.
and
Regular scoring.
you better hit X's to stay alive. All right, let's take a look and see who switched, who went to skinnies. Looks like Lawson.
Isaac still has 23s. I think there's one guy with big arrows, and it's Isaac, and they're only 23s.
Yeah, boatingies, shooting skinnies. What's Sullivan shooting? Are they PS23?
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. It's funny, both of us. We've got a big monitor here in the booth. We can watch everything up close, and there's dozens of cameras around the building, give us great shots of all these arrows and everything. And we're still sitting over here with our binoculars from the table, looking down the line to see what people are doing.
It's a bad habit.
It is a habit. I love that pink bow that he's shooting.
It's so bright. My daughter would love it.
Oh yeah. Hoyt had a pink one like that years ago, and it was insanely popular. Of course, the Mr. Perfect orange.
Yeah, that's awesome that they did that for him.
Yeah.
There's signature equipment and signature releases, but a signature color, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, when somebody names a bow after you, and you're not a bow hunter.
Right.
Oh, Braden doesn't look happy.
Braden has one out.
Yep, I saw it on his last shot there, and he shook his head. See how that release looks on him this year. Looking a lot better than it has in years past.
Yeah.
Remember he used to roll through it even worse than you?
I think he has it set lighter, so you just don't see the roll.
What are you running these days? Are you doing a hinge or a button, or are you doing a wrist strap?
No hinge. I'm in between a button and a wrist strap. I like a wrist strap indoors. I feel like it keeps the demons away a little bit easier. But
Carter, 24.
After
Hey,
watching
Smith.
you with a wrist strap at Lancaster, I think it was it last year? Or
yep.
I was like, man, if he stays with that thing, we're all in trouble.
Yeah, I need to get a new strap for it. The strap broke on me. That's why I'm not shooting it.
Oh. Gillingham can't help you out with that?
I should ask him.
Get you a nice kangaroo strap?
You're right.
That's what he uses. He uses kangaroo leather.
Maybe that's what he hasn't told me that secret yet.
Yeah.
So Gaius missed one as well. I did not see.
Did
that.
he?
Yeah.
Dang, I hate to see him pop out that early. I like Gaius.
Yeah.
The Canadian still in there. Louis Price, he's about 45 minutes from my house.
Louis.
Yeah, yeah. Him and his dad run a great shop up there.
Slusher, 25.
His bed this weekend is about 5 feet away from mine.
Sullivan, 24.
Is he a silent sleeper? Oh, Isaac dropped one too. That's it's a drag.
He snored a little bit last night, but otherwise he's usually pretty quiet.
Right, 25. Give a big round of applause to those that made it to this but have been eliminated.
What was that? 3 we
3,
lost?
so we're down to 10.
Wow. So Gaius. Who else did we lose?
We lost Braden, Gaius, and Isaac Sullivan.
Need to have some music in between.
Right.
Get some showgirls like they do in Vegas.
Just get Bruce to start dancing.
I don't think anybody wants that.
I don't know if anybody saw, but Matthias got a new quiver, and it's a custom quiver, and it is really sharp looking.
I have not seen that. We're going to have to get a shot of that.
Yeah, it is really cool looking. It's got the Danish flag on the front. Yeah, you can see it there a little bit, but
Trying to get a look at. Oh yeah, there it is. Yep, I did see that earlier. I was. Oops.
I didn't want to say it beforehand, but you guys notice who won the last line that we had up there? That'd be his wife, that's national champion. Give her a big round of applause, and Braden too. How many times we get to see husband and wife shooting on the 2 biggest divisions? So, hey, we appreciate
you can tell
what
he's
you guys
not
do
happy
for us.
right now. But
No, he's not.
his wife just
Now we're gonna
won.
continue on. This will be
Yeah.
your first official scoring end in which the X
And him to get knocked out that quick.
Yeah, he's one of the most competitive people I know. So this one's gonna sting for a little bit, but
Good luck.
I like the competitive side though because I think he's able to separate that a little bit.
yeah, definitely.
Right. You know, I think all of you, and I put you in that group, anybody that's at that premier level, right, that upper level, that top 1% of the game, you're all wired a little different. And, you know, some people can say, well, that guy's a real jerk or whatever, you know.
Right.
Well, yeah, you caught him while he was shooting, trying to pay a mortgage, you know,
Right.
trying to feed his family. He's literally at work. I mean, his work is shooting a bow. But then when you catch them off the line, they're the nicest guys.
Oh yeah.
And ladies too.
Brain's one of those guys that if he's in the middle of his round, he's not going to want to talk that much. But the second the last arrow is shot, he's
Yeah. Yeah,
just
he
talkative as ever.
turns around, yeah. It'll sting for a minute and then he lets it go. Good shot of Mike there.
Now this is inside out scoring,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think anybody's hit the line yet.
So far from what I can see, and I've got too many camera people in front of me to get around the screen, so I have to trust what I'm seeing there on the line.
There's a good shot of Lawson there. He kind of stormed onto the scene recently, and he has been shooting lights out.
Really?
Yep. He'll win a big one here soon. Could be today.
Might be today. He's got that chance. He's still in it. Those are 5 really good-looking arrows. Nothing even close.
Bodie's target there looked really good. Levi Reitzman, he won this 3 years ago, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
He's got one that's out for sure.
Yeah.
I think it might.
But I think
just be
he's the
him.
only one.
Yeah.
Is this
Douglas,
th-
25.
this part here when you're going in through the shoot off? You've been up there on the line.
25.
How is this time mentally spent when the judges are walking down the line and they're having to call every single target? Are you just focused on your paper? Do you wind up walking back and forth looking to see what other people are doing, how they're shooting?
It depends. If you got a close one, then you're just locked in on your own, waiting for that judge to come call it. But typically, at least with the NFAA, they do it in alphabetical order.
Yep.
So you're typically shooting next to the same guys. Like I always shoot next to Perkins.
Right.
So me and him will just chat on the line, keep things light. And then obviously if somebody misses one, go congratulate them.
Yeah.
They shot great to get here.
Price, 25.
They're getting faster at calling them though.
Yeah.
Used to take quite a while. Levi is out.
Turner, 25.
Bodie got the mullet coming on.
I know.
25. Once again, round of applause to those that were eliminated.
Moved to Montana and started growing a mullet.
Oh, he's in Montana now.
I believe so.
Yeah. Says Montana on the screen or on the card.
Yeah, I may have been wrong about the arrows, but I think Dewey might be shooting 23s also. I didn't notice it before, but those looked a little too big.
Where is he? See if we can get a look at those.
They look more like 19s, but we lost Dewey too. I did not see that.
Yeah, I missed that too. They didn't have that on the screen.
Right.
X counts as 5, scored
Well, this is his
inside
first
out.
big shoot off he's made, and it's his birthday. Turned 19 today, so that's pretty cool for him.
That's to make the shoot off at an indoor national championship like this at that age. Yeah, you're doing something right.
It's very impressive.
Up from the Massachusetts area, there's a ton of really good indoor shooters up in that region.
Matthias Fullerton has one on the line. Yeah, he does not look too happy.
Yeah, they're calling it out on the screen.
He's got to start just shooting 27s. Every time he goes to the skinny arrows, it's not working
It's
out.
not paid off for
Right.
him, no. Good shot at Perkins there.
He's been shooting so good lately. Right as we say
That was the curse, yeah, right? It's that camera curse or the broadcaster curse. As soon as you say something.
We won't do it to Bodie. He's going to hit this one.
Now, what are your thoughts on the down angle bracket on that front stabilizer? I'm seeing some with, some without. What are you running on your bow?
I've always just ran a straight bar, but this weekend I ran a down bar. I felt like it just held just a little bit steadier. Didn't really notice any huge differences other than just a little bit steadier, a little bit slower. I'm excited to keep shooting it, keep trying it out.
See if it pays off.
Right. Looks like Lawson's got one on the line. You can see Matthias is not happy in the background there.
Yeah, no, not at all. Robert's got one on the line as well. Householder.
Okay.
Perkins has got one on the line. Perkins has got two on the line. His center one is...
His center one's for sure out.
Yeah, and his low left one definitely looks like it's touching the line as well.
Douglas, 25. Fullerton, 24.
Yep, so Matias is out.
You could hear the crowd there when they called 24 for him.
Householder, 24.
He's one that
Robert's
you
out.
expect to win.
Yeah, you really do. I mean, he's done so well.
Great shooting by Robert.
World number 1.
Yeah. Robert's one of the nicest dudes in the world. It's good to see him out here.
I really like that kid. He works at a shop down south as well, too, right?
Yep.
So are you working at a shop these days? What are you doing?
Nope, I'm just shooting.
Just shooting?
Yep.
Still in Yankton, or?
Nope, we're back in Wisconsin.
Are you?
Yep. So we moved back closer to family. Danelle, my wife, she's going to start shooting again.
24.
So it's good to be, my parents are there. It's good to be next to a babysitter.
It's definitely helpful to have that family core group there to keep you going.
Absolutely.
Baby's got to be getting big.
Oh, yeah. Just turned 2 last month. Time flies.
Man, that happened in a hurry.
Right.
So we lost another 2 or 3 here at least.
Yeah.
24.
Matthias,
Oh. Yep.
Robert, Perkins, Vyatt.
Do we lose Householder?
Yep.
We're eliminated. A big round of applause. Those of you that are still in, stay right here, would you?
Yeah, so they're probably going to bring them into the center now. I would imagine they'll tighten these guys up.
Oh, that was the second end, so.
I mean, it's still it's disappointing, you know, when obviously you didn't win today, right? You made the shoot off, you didn't win, so you're upset. But damn, just to make this stage, just to get through, 120 X's says a lot. It's a long round. It's a 3-hour round.
Definitely. And I mean, this is the same feeling, I would say, as Vegas. And the hardest part is making it there.
Mm-hmm.
After you shoot your qualifying, when you shoot a 120 X's, you get that relief. And then you can go in, have fun, and try to make a run at the win. I think with the shoot-offs and what makes it so great to watch is, I mean, half of these guys have won this before. You know, they've been there. And for somebody like Lawson, who just got knocked out, that hasn't won one of these yet, it's coming. And I mean, every shoot-off, every event is just more experience for them.
Right. It builds and it gives you that ability to handle it the next time you get there, right?
Right. Very, very rarely do you see somebody come in and just win their first time.
Outright.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just doesn't happen, especially with the competition nowadays.
I'd like to see Louis win one soon.
Oh yeah,
He's
it's coming.
due. He's due.
He is due.
I've seen him come just that close in Reading, and
Yep.
Good kid, good family.
Yeah.
Puts a lot of time and effort into it. Means a lot to him.
He's a big archery nerd like myself.
Yeah.
We just live for archery.
Archers to the line, and good luck, gentlemen.
Just like that, we're down to 4.
And you see, they did tighten him up. They brought Kyle Douglas so that all 4 targets are close together. They all have their own bail. Mike gets the arrow off first, then Kyle, then Louis, Bodie.
Louis Price is almost all the way through the target on his first arrow. It's right in the middle.
I was going to say, and he's in the middle of the bail. Ooh, Bodie's got
Bodie.
one on the line.
That's going to be really close.
And I see he switched binoculars this weekend.
Did he?
Yeah, he normally runs, well, usually I see him running SIGs, but he was spinning a dial there.
Mikey's good. Kyle looks good. Louis Price looks really good. I don't want to call Bodie's out for sure yet.
It's with the skinny ones, it's so tough.
Right.
The bigger arrows from a long distance, it's a lot easier. looks edgy, though.
It does. Looks better in the binos than on the screen. I'll say that.
Yep.
Kyle's good. Louis
5
Price
good
is
ones.
good. He's got to move that target. Don't want to pass through.
Yeah, you don't want to shoot any extra arrows that you don't want to.
That would be some nerves there. There's a chance we have our podium locked up. Bodie doesn't like it, but
Yeah, I was going to say, I was watching his head movement, and he's talking to Greg down there.
yeah.
And hopefully he pleads his case.
Put a $20 bill on the arrow.
I've hung a $100 bill on an arrow before.
I did in a pro-am.
Yep.
He took the money and didn't give me the arrow.
That's how you get a proper arrow call.
Right.
Slasher, 25.
And here we are down. This is the one.
I do like the mullet, though. I feel like it
Once
fits
that
in.
fills out a little bit.
Right. They're giving a good look at it.
That's what you want them to do. You want them to give that. Oh yeah, get that all 3 looks there.
Turner, 24.
All right, it was
Oh.
just touching.
Yeah.
Give Lloyd a round of applause. He's been eliminated from
Well, we got a podium.
We do. We're down to 3. And this one is definitely going faster.
Yeah. Louis Price, Mike Schlosser, and Kyle Douglas.
Who you got your odds on?
You know,
See, now I just put you in a hard
it's
spot.
tough. I mean, they're all killers. Kyle and Mike have definitely done it more. But I think this is Louis. I think this is his time.
Man, I would love to see Louis. I would love to see any of the guys win it because
Right.
I like all 3 of those guys. I get along great with all 3 of those guys. I think it would be great for Louis to pick up a major.
Absolutely.
And, you know, especially this early in the year, you know, he's still doing the ASA tour and everything like that. You know, this would go a long way for him.
Yeah. Roll into Vegas with the
Roll into
bowl.
Vegas with this? Yeah. Yeah.
It's hard to bet against Kyle and Mike, though. They're just so good. His name's Mr. Perfect for a reason.
Yeah.
And Kyle's won everything there is, so.
It doesn't make either one of them nervous. Any one of the 3 of them. None of them are nervous right now.
Right.
It's just a matter of execution. But, you know, I've been watching Louis. He's been putting a lot of stuff online. And he's been working really hard.
Yeah.
And I think he's got enough years of experience now. You know, he's starting to get to that age where it's not new.
Right. It
That
just
shot looked really
so
good.
smooth. He shoots a hinge better than any person I've ever seen.
He's really worked at it. And I saw in some of his videos recently he was really tweaking with it on draw length and loop length to get it just the way he likes.
Yep.
Like he knows exactly what he likes. And, you know, owning an archery shop doesn't hurt when you can step off to the side and practice for a few hours if you're not busy.
Right.
Mike's 5 looked good. Mike's 4 looked good right there. Kyle's got 4 good ones. Louis good. God, those are dead center.
I don't see any nerves on any of them.
Yeah, Mike's. Look how steady that bow is.
Yeah.
Oh. Let down. I don't see Mike let down all that often.
Not often, but he's done it. He's done this enough. It usually doesn't affect him. Now he's
I think a good letdown is actually it's a good reset.
yeah, mental, physical reset.
All 5 for everybody there. So we're 4 ends deep, not counting practice. And we're going to do it again for sure. But no matter what, you're looking at your top 3.
Price 25. And Slusher 25.
Louie, Mike, and I went to the Memphis Grizzlies game last night.
Oh yeah.
That was fun. It's a good time. They're good buds, so I'm sure they're having fun up there.
It's nice when you can travel to a new town and check out some of the new things that have been going on, or
Right.
we haven't been here before. This is our first year.
Right.
I love this venue so far.
Oh, the venue's been amazing.
Yeah. I like that it's fairly close to the street. Like when we went to Chicago, I felt like you had to walk 1,000 miles to get to the shooting hall. Great venue, but
And the weather's nice.
yeah,
No snow on the ground.
that was a bit of a challenge for me to land yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, our pilot gave up and did a full throttle turnaround, and we wound up in Atlanta for a couple hours. I was here. We were almost to the ground,
Ugh.
and he gave up. But the rain was coming down pretty hard here. They said there was tornado warnings here.
Yeah, we were in the building here, and it was loud. We could hear it just from watching people shoot.
These guys are absolutely dialed in. They're not even close to the edge right now.
Yeah.
Who did I just curse?
Mikey's got a really close one, actually. His top right target. Those ones are good. They're calling Mike's in, so. See Mike take a deep breath there.
Reset himself.
Right.
He's got an interesting draw cycle. Have you watched Mike draw a bow?
I think it's because his bow is so heavy.
See how he like pushes it out?
Yep.
Like most guys, and I am absolutely not being critical. Do not misunderstand or misconstrue my words here. But it's just interesting the way he draws a bow. Kyle's all look good. Louie's got 1 to go.
Mikey's got 4 good ones positively. Can't tell on that one.
Yep, Louie's good. 5 good ones. All right, let's go take a look. Yeah, so far be it for me to criticize, a guy that was the world #1 archer forever on how he draws a bow. But I think it's right. I think you're right. I think it's because the thing weighs, 35 pounds.
Right. I think now is about the time where the nerves are settled in. Might be losing a little bit of that adrenaline, so.
And third place.
Wow.
Wow.
It was out.
It was out.
Congratulations, Michael.
Down to 2.
Look at him. Look at it.
Right.
I don't know. He's got a little head shake. Maybe he thinks it was in.
It's tough when you're that close, and these bails can kick you just a little bit, But if you asked him, he'd probably tell you I should have made a better shot.
Mm-hmm. I do like that about Mike. He's very even-keeled.
Yeah.
All right.
Not an excuse guy.
Remember, guys,
That's probably why he's so
national
good.
championship.
Right?
Same score. X counts as 5, scored inside out. Archers to the line. Good luck.
So now we're down to the final 2. So Still thinking Louis? Still, well, I don't want to say.
I don't want to say rooting. I want both of them to win.
Yeah.
Can we share the bowl, cut it in half?
Right.
But I'd love to see Louis get his first. And as a fan of Kyle, I'd like to see him win too. So it's hard.
Yeah, I mean, I like both guys quite a lot.
Kyle's been on a tear lately. Just won Lancaster. Just won Foley. Which Louis was in the shoot-off in Foley.
But I kind of feel like I see both of them in a lot of shoot-offs.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like this is not a surprise to see either one of these two guys here.
Not at all.
Absolutely dead center. Right
It
on the
looked
spider.
like you didn't like that one, but it is perfect.
Yeah, I saw you reaching for your binoculars. Like, what? Watch his elbow here. Man.
Just dialed.
Young shooters at home, pay attention. That was what that looked like from the back end. That's
Especially a hinge shooter. If you're a hinge shooter.
if you're a hinge shooter, yes.
Study Louis Price. Same hole. Kyle's got 5 perfect ones.
Yep, I saw him just spin over and take a look. You could just see the little tiny pivot where he's just looked over at Louis' target. That nice smooth pull. Man. All right, so this one might turn into what we had earlier today.
Yeah. They don't look nervous. They don't look tired. I mean, this is premier archery right here. I did buy Louis' lunch today, so.
What would you guys go get?
Just Jimmy John's, but.
Jimmy John's.
He ordered and ran to the bathroom and forgot to pay, so I just ordered 2 and paid.
Yeah.
We will do it again.
Forgot my wallet at home thing.
Right.
Forgot I didn't want to pay. I do like that this many people have hung around to watch the shoot-off, too.
Right.
Archers to the line, scored inside out. Good luck.
I can remember in years past, you'd have huge crowds, and then the next year there'd be nobody in the building.
Right.
I do like that there's a lot of people still here watching it.
I think now that we're a little bit further south, the weather isn't as scary this time of year. You know, you're not going to get hit with a snowstorm.
For sure. Yeah, it wouldn't bother me at all to come back here again next year.
Right.
I know they're still working out details to see if that happens. We'll hear an announcement. I talked to Bruce earlier. He said we would have an announcement, hopefully by Vegas, on whether or not we make it back here next year.
Okay. They're both just in their own rhythm.
And not even close to the lines.
Right.
Now, which bow is Kyle shooting?
That's the title. I want to say it's a 38.
It's the same one you shoot?
I shoot 40 indoors, but it could be a 40.
Why didn't you go with a 38?
I like a 38 outside. I had good success with a 40 last year for indoors, so I just figured if it worked, I might as well stick with it.
Louis shooting the Concept X. Pretty sure he's shooting the 40. That one might be a 37. But he bounces back and forth between them.
Yeah.
He's got a long enough draw length. He can kind of get away with either one. Ooh, he didn't like that. And it's close.
I can't tell. Kyle's got a close one, too. They're calling it in.
Louis definitely has a close one on that low left.
They're calling it out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's close.
Yeah, and we're at the wrong angle to be able to see it.
Right.
Oh, I think he knows it, though. we'll be able to tell, when we see the archers get down there, they'll know right away when they look.
Yeah. Kyle's looking at Louis there. Looks like that might be it.
Louis knows.
That was 25.
Dang.
Good showing.
And second place, Louis Price with a 24. Congratulations to both of you.
Yep.
Thank you all for coming. We do have an award ceremony, and at the awards, I know a lot of you want to leave, but we really make it a point to thank our sponsors for the contingency money that they pay. If you do need to leave, thank you for coming. Thanks for making our indoor national a success. And keep in the back of your mind, if you haven't signed up for Vegas, midnight tomorrow night is your last chance at the early bird discount. And hopefully we'll see you all in 3 weeks in Vegas or at the awards right now.
Well, how about that?
God, that one still doesn't feel real. I'm just kind of like coming down off the high.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen your face this flushed ever.
Man, I don't know. That one just feels different. I don't know why. I was just expecting to keep going and going and going, and then all of a sudden it just happened.
We were in the booth and we were watching you guys, and we were saying the same thing. Like, we're going to see a replay of what we saw with the women earlier. This is going to go forever. You guys were just so in the groove. Louis slipped just a little, and man, actually there's a couple of arrows that broke, and your expression was like, oh, maybe he missed one, and then we looked and it's dead center.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't really paying a whole lot of attention to what everybody else was doing. I figured if I got mine, then I'm safe, and just keep doing that until it's over, and luckily it worked.
That worked out awesome for you. Is this your first indoor national then? Championship win?
No, this is my fourth.
Fourth?
Yeah.
I apologize.
I won 3 in a row, and then I've had a few-year break, and now I got another one.
Congratulations, man. Feels a little different this time then.
Yeah, I don't know why, but this one just, I don't know. It's just a different feeling. It's a good one, though.
I like it. I like it. And congratulations coming off of a heck of a start for the season.
Yeah, I'll take that streak anytime I can get one. Hopefully we can keep it rolling.
So that's 3 in a row?
Yeah.
That's awesome. So what's next for you?
We have the ASA down in Banning is next.
Well, good luck. Hopefully this streak continues. You make it 4 in a row.
Thanks.
All right, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. Well, I want to thank everybody for staying tuned in with us here this afternoon. That was an incredible day, an incredible shoot-off. We saw a lot of really cool things. And just talking to Kyle there, I don't think I've ever seen his face that flushed.
Right.
I mean, he said it felt different than it ever felt before.
Yeah.
It was really, really cool to see those guys win that. Man, I want to thank you for sitting in with me this afternoon. That was a lot of fun. I do really appreciate it. And this live broadcast, I really want to impress upon you the thanks we have for our live broadcast sponsors. Excel, B3, Easton, Elite, Hamsky, Matthews, and True Ball. They are the sponsors that really help this happen, make this come together for us, and make this shoot-off come together. So thanks again for being here for the shoot-off for the 2026 Indoor National Tournament here in Memphis, Tennessee. For Competition Archery Media, I'm Chuck Cooley. We'll see you the next time.